Heidi Dugan, welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me. It's great to be here.
When he arrived in Australia at the weekend, Chinese Premier Li Qiang said that relations between the two countries are back on track. Is that how Australian businesses here in China see it?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, when we're trying to build our business in China and Shanghai specifically, we are looking to the government and the dialogue that they're having. So from last year with our Prime Minister coming to China and now Premier Li Qiang going to Australia, it just is that encouraging step that we're taking note of to recommit into the market and to really sort of sharpen the sword with the two markets.
Now, there were significant trade barriers in place for a little while, tariffs particularly on agricultural and mining products coming to China from Australia. How are Australian businesses responding now that those are mostly gone?
Yeah, the recovery of coal, cotton, barley has been very encouraging for us, and it's a step in the right direction. For any business in a foreign market, what we look to is the support from that local government and also the consistency of that support. So we're really confident that that will move in the right direction. And I think the thing is really important to say that the removal of these tariffs benefits both countries, and when we can find that win-win situation benefits both countries, it's most likely to move in the right direction. So we're all very hopeful.
Now, China and Australia signed a series of memoranda of understanding, MOUs, on a number of things. Free trade, climate, education were on the list. But how significant is it that, at least sort of from my reading of it, dialogue was sort of put front and centre on those MOUs?
I think the dialogue is where everything starts, and we've seen so many more delegations. Interestingly, a lot from China going to Australia, and then also the reciprocal of Australian companies coming to China. The more that happens, the more dialogue that happens, what we see is businesses improve, we overcome challenges, but also we see new opportunities. We're now seeing new opportunities in areas that perhaps different from the agriculture, the food, the beverage. We're now seeing it in medical and especially also in green energy.
I suppose one of the most widely reported things to come out of the trip that Premier Li made to Australia is the introduction of this visa-free policy for Australian travellers coming to China. Is that going to make it easier for Australian businesses to do business here?
What this means is that businesses can make decisions very quickly, they can act on them, they can come into the country. The more that we have senior leaders coming into China, the more they understand the market, the more they understand culture, but really it means they get the most up-to-date information. You can't get that if you're sitting back in Australia. You have to see it to believe it, and that's what we need. All the companies that are based here are just dying to get those business people back in the market so they can see for themselves everything that we've been saying. This is a great market, this is a great relationship, and we know that there is a future ahead of us.
Exciting times. Heidi Dugan, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.